B-rated movies.
Let's try this again.
Just bring it in with a laugh.
Welcome to B-rated, B-rated movies. I'm Anthony.
Hello. I'm Brian. That was a good pause.
Yeah, it was a dramatic pause.
It was.
And we have a guest with us tonight. My dad, Tom.
He could have been a surprise.
He could have.
Because we're just going to be busting mad jokes tonight.
We are.
So if you hear a third laugh, that's him. It's an intentional. There's no ghost in my house. I have to explain that to, some kids. It's like, where's your house on? I was like, bitch, I don't live on, an old cemetery.
Nobody was murdered in this house.
God, that sounds like someone was murdered in my house. So,
I was about to say.
Where I live. Like, this was this is going to probably be like my connection to a scary story someday. So, where I live, and this area. This area wasn't built. So, when we first moved into this area, only one road ahead of us was built, right? And then it had a wall. And so all of a sudden our friend comes out. He's like, dude, you live like in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, And he's like, what's up with that car in the middle of the desert? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, there's like a crumbled car in the middle of the desert. And I was like, fuck out of here. So, sure enough, we go in the next wall. There's a car that had been crushed and then buried in the ground.
Well, you see, the Yakuza came after Paul Walker, and he was driving too fast around the corner.
I told my friend, that's exactly.
And some bad stuff happened.
Yeah, I said. I was like, dude, I'll keep an eye on it. And if all of a sudden there's like yellow tape.
Or whatever those people were in the third Fast and Furious.
Oh, yeah, the Tokyo one. This is our way of samurai killing. Fuck off. So by the end of them digging up in the middle of the desert, because none of this shit was built out yet, in the middle of the desert, there was a car and at least one motorcycle that had been crumbled together. And I was just waiting for them to be like, God damn it, we found Bobby Fischer. Like, because where we live.
Whenever I hear Bobby Fischer, I think of that SNL skit with who's it, Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry, the two cheerleaders that are always cheerleading in places they shouldn't be.
It's awesome. No,
they do the Bobby Fischer cheer. Where is he? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a good ass skit. When my neighbors dressed up like them for Halloween, and I was like, fucking amazing. But yeah, but needless to say, there was FBI never showed up. It was never taped off, anything like that. They're just like, oh, fuck these cars. But
so they get rid of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've lived here. This was, going on 5 years now, but still just random, the middle of the desert. All of a sudden, they're digging to put, foundation down. And it's like, what the hell? Here's a car. It looks like a goddamn Cavalier.
That's weird.
Or some shit. Oh, here's a motorcycle.
Oh, let's move it.
Oh, like no questions asked. Yeah. Like if I was like, hey, Anthony, I need you to come into the middle of the desert with me and bury something. You'd probably think, okay, maybe a body tops. But if I was like, just kidding, dude, it's a fucking 89 Cavalier.
Interestingly enough, no, like I was watching Dateline and it was, I was listening to the Dateline podcast and I think it was an actual broadcast of one of the ones that happened. And it was, I think it was the Binions guy. Don't quote me because I'm probably wrong.
We're going to get fact checkers. Well, no, you jackass.
It wasn't Binions. He's still alive. No, okay, it might have been the Binions guy. But, it was this guy that owned, casinos. He was, super rich or whatever. And
Joe Pesci.
What was it? This guy gets found, in the middle of the night, pouring in concrete. With no tape down, nothing. There's no official work permit or any of this stuff. And, and he just said he was sent out there to do a job. And, it turns out, there was a body in the concrete.
Well, have you ever seen that movie, I think it's 12 and Holding.
I haven't seen that one.
It's a pretty decent show. So I'll spoiler alert it. So basically, it's about these kids, and I think one of them's a twin brother, and there's a bully, and the bully like accidentally kills one of the twins. And so then the bully, it's been however like a year, whatever, I don't remember how long. But basically the other twin like does a montage of him like working out at the gym and everything. And then he does all that just to become friends with the bully. And then when he becomes friends with the bully, he's like, "No, let's run away." And he's like, "Okay, we're going to run away together." And the kids run away, and they run through a construction site. The twin knocks the kid out, buries his body, and then the next morning you see the cement pouring down the foundation of the house. And you're just like, what the fuck? That little 12-year-old boy just got away with it.
Yeah, because they're not going to tear up the foundation of a house because they think there might be a body under there.
I'm pretty sure that he convinced the bully to, like, they're going to write a note being like, "I don't like the town. I'm running away. Don't come looking for me." Because then if the kid writes a letter to his parents saying he's running away, boom, they're not going to look for him.
That's
and then
the perfect alibi.
Until 700 years later when that body's able to become a ghost.
And it ends up being like they found like the bones of Richard III under a parking structure.
Yeah.
I saw that, and like it was crazy how they got to the point that it wasn't like these could be the bones, but they were like these are the bones because like
you can see right here where he has his.
Because they went off of a few things. It was like it was rumored that Richard III had scoliosis, so they found the question mark in his, or they call it the question mark. I don't know if it's like a true question mark. It depends on the curvature.
What if you had scoliosis going like instead of like left to right, like forward and back, so you were just always in like you were always doing the worm.
You'd always look like there's an alien popping out of your chest,
right? God, just an asshole.
Like they had to do like mitochondrial DNA and find somebody who was like related to Richard III, and test his DNA against the body, and they were and they were able to conclusively say it was Richard III's body.
They're like, there you go,
and they proved the rumor true that he had scoliosis.
That son of a bitch! I fucking knew it. But
I watched that like Shakespeare thing, and I was like, "This is the boringest movie I've ever watched in my life."
Nice.
It was so in the weeds.
He's like, "You ever watch this?"
It was like, it's one of those things. It's like you complain that they don't do the source material to its like.
They use a bunch of B-roll.
Like, well, no, like they trim out the stuff that they're like, there's no way anybody would want to watch this, and they just keep the exciting stuff, and you complain that they didn't do everything. But this is one of those they do everything, and it's like, okay, I get it now, and I'm gonna stop complaining that they didn't include everything.
Right, you're just like, okay, guys, I've had enough.
Yeah, and it's like all the minutia.
What the hell? All right, went off of that one for a little bit.
Oh yeah, but that's probably has nothing to do with the movie for tonight.
Oh hell yeah, it does.
But we are watching
Velocipastor. We were thinking about doing this a while ago.
Well, you brought it up,
yeah,
and then I watched a little bit of it, and I was like, "This is barely horror."
No,
but then we did Lamageddon. And then I realized,
we did that movie a while
it kind of like it's one of those things like you know how like on American Pickers they go to the guy's house that won't buy any or won't sell anything.
Oh yeah, so they on that movie, show.
Yeah, and they sell like the one thing, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open.
Or like on what the hell, Office.
Oh yeah,
he was like, "You want this?" He's like, "I'm not selling that." Okay, I'm gonna buy that. I'm not selling that. He's like, "You know what? I don't even know why this shit's out here. I'm not selling any of this." Yeah, but
yeah, like that was the way it was for me. As soon as we did Lamageddon, I was like, something clicked in my head, and I was like, okay, this could work.
Yeah, so that will tie in. So I sent it to my family, and I sent it to my best friend and his wife and everything like that. And I was like, hey, should we do this episode? And my brother, Dominic, he just texted me. And he says, I've never been afraid of dinosaurs until the time one starred in a movie that probably would make people kill themselves. So that's Dominic's review for the movie that we're doing.
So if we were to synopsize that, it would be, this looks fucking dumb.
Oh, it probably looks scary as shit. He's a pretty tough guy. He's never been afraid of a dinosaur. He still isn't, unless that dinosaur somehow is like, kill yourself, you know? So then I sent it to my buddy David and his wife. And David, he just texts me back and he's like, I'm not too sure what to think about this trailer. Initially, I thought it was one of those dudes from Three Ninjas all grown up. They turned into the priesthood, but somehow they escaped from Jurassic Park. And I'm like, good God, right?
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, well, you know, I appreciate that feedback. What's your wife think about it? And he's like, Michelle left and said, this looks fucking stupid, and then went to the kitchen and just started eating some taquitos. And I'm like, you know, that might be. I have my hopes so high for this.
They should have put that on the poster.
They should have. They should have been like, you afraid of dinosaurs?
No, like, this looks fucking stupid. I'm going to get taquitos later.
Yeah,
Like,
but it could be
just
one
that
of those.
quote.
It could be one of those examples of what was it? Red Dawn? No, what the fuck? Red blood, red. God damn it!
Oh, what, Deep Red?
Yeah, Deep Red.
Yeah.
Where
are you talking about something we watched? Because we didn't watch Red Dawn. That's
Red Dawn. Wolverines. But no, Deep Red. Where that guy didn't kill that woman in her apartment. He pushed her and she fell and she hit her neck on the glass window.
Well,
the
after
window,
stabbing her multiple times.
I mean, we're going to leave that part out.
He facilitated the beginnings of her death.
She didn't die from the stab wounds. She died from the neck being chopped by the glass that she fell through. Not his fault.
Which I was just more amazed she got to the glass after being stabbed in the spine.
As they keep it as like one of those stained glass windows.
Yeah. It's art. This is an homage with a heavy allegorical slant to the murder.
But then it also goes into, because when that glass broke, it broke into a very deep V, which again, we've brought up. Legally, there shouldn't be deep Vs.
No.
Like a V-neck, maybe a little deep V, but a deep, deep V-neck shouldn't be legal, man.
No, it should not. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So then that also brings me to what we're drinking tonight.
Yes.
So as soon as we agreed that this movie is going to be on our episode, I knew instantly that my brother Dominic and our friend Jason, that this is a movie that we 100% would watch and we would drink and get drunk to. And our number one drink that we used to go to was 7 and 7. So that's what we're drinking tonight. We're drinking Seagram's 7 with 7-Up. It's called a 7 and 7. Again,
also the name of Harvey Birdman's attorney at law's lawyer, his law firm.
7 and 7.
It's 7 and 7, but
all right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. 7 and 7 is what we're drinking on this evening.
Woo-cha.
I made mine a good, 60-40 split. Jason would appreciate that. He used to, I think it was I'm probably going to get this wrong. He used to fight fires. He'd be the one that was in the helicopter.
Okay.
And so when he had his days off, he'd come over and, I'd mix his drinks for him. And they'd just be like, he'd always be like, God damn it, Brian. But then he'd be like, all right, those are pretty good. So if I ever get a bar, the only things I'm going to be able to serve is like whiskey and Coke and 7 and 7. So if you're just like, hey, can I get like a Mai Tai? I'd be like, no, you can't.
Can I get an old fashioned?
Those are good, but
they are very good.
I don't know how to make that shit. I'll be like, yeah, sure, come right up. And then I just put like 8 whiskeys in it. And they'd be like, this tastes like shit. I'll be like, yeah, it's an old fashioned. It's exactly what an old fashioned is. It's a straight liquor.
Can I get a Manhattan?
Yeah, nope.
or what is the one? I was
Tokyo
thinking?
iced tea. Those
Harvey Wallbanger.
God, I'd be like, do you want to get drunk? Yes or no? Drink this shit and get the hell out of my face.
I forget who the comedian is, but it's that joke. He's like, what's the name of that drink? I can't think of it right now. I'm blanking so bad right now.
That was a drink. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll think of it later.
Then we'll just jump right back to it. But what do you think? How's your pour?
Pretty good.
It's very refreshing.
It's refreshing. This is a nice change.
I know. 7 and 7. Right now we're gonna have to switch up sponsors.
It's delicious.
Delicious. But God, I don't even know. Like,
okay,
right,
so
before that,
you want me to give a little bit of background on this one,
or I'll just you go first, and I'll tell my normal spiel of watching the amazing trailer.
Oh yeah. So I did a little net-based research on this one, and it had apparently had 2 failed Kickstarters for this movie.
So
and
2 people passed this idea up.
Well, basically, they put this up 2 times, put out all the perks, and they couldn't raise enough money to get the movie made. But then they got private funding for $35,000, and it looks like they spent all $35,000 on the poster and the dinosaur head.
Damn it.
That's what it looks like.
Not to me.
Just a wild guess. But I think I'm still going to really enjoy it, though.
Oh, there's no freaking way we're not. I think we mentioned it when we were talking about doing this. This movie looks like it has literally everything.
Yeah.
You like werewolves? Okay, well, this is a were-velociraptor. He fucking turns into a velociraptor. You like ninjas? Yeah, there's ninjas in here.
Yes.
I like to point out that the ninjas are fighting in broad daylight, which goes 100% against everything that they would go for.
They're actually, I feel like the Foot Clan has better visibility
God
rules than
it.
they do. The Foot Clan actually fights at night. They bother to.
That's what ninjas. They hide in the shadows, and so it's noon. Ninjas, let's fight. That's the worst time for a ninja to fight.
Yes,
is at noon
when everybody can see you.
When there's no shadow to hide in.
Out in public.
God damn it. And they're fighting in a big, nice green field.
It looked like a local park, and they didn't get a permit, and they were just
It was we got to do this.
It's we got 10 minutes to get the shot.
I don't give a shit what anybody says. This movie looks completely awesome.
Yeah.
This movie looks like it's just going to, I really wish I would have wore 2 pair of underwear. One to hide my boner, and then one so I don't crap my pants.
You could just put on some Depends.
But, all right, apparently with that joke, I know that my drink is probably empty.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Let's go get another drink. Let's get back.
And begin.
Turn on
Velocipastor.
Here we go.
All right, and we're back for the beginning of Velocipastor.
I've been waiting, seriously, like a goddamn kid on Christmas, waiting to watch this movie. This movie looks awesome. That's all I can keep saying about it. I've got high hopes.
I'm kind of excited for this one.
Uh-oh.
It's rated X.
Bullshit.
By an all-Christian church.
Okay. All right. You got me. All right, so we're starting out
with our main character, the pastor, he's a priest giving a sermon.
Right, so why would it be pastor?
Because Velocipriest sounds weird. It's a title, not the entire origin story of the movie.
Still gotta get it. But yeah, so they're in church. It looks like it's a sold out crowd of one person.
Yeah. Well, they go over the shoulder so you see a person.
Look at how dirty his fucking collar is. That's not even real. That's
tan.
Skin tone color. That little white thing that you put.
So the pastor sees his mom and his dad sitting in front of a car.
Who look like the mom and dad from what do you call it?
So he falls and you see, it says visual effects, car on fire.
Shut the fuck up.
And he's reacting to a thing we're not seeing at this moment.
Shut. So the parents look like the parents from Wonder Years.
Yeah.
And it looks like, you know when you like edit something, or like you're supposed to edit something and it has like, hi, my name is, and then it says parentheses, put first name here, and then parentheses. That's what the fuck that just did? Shut up. That has...
Yeah, it just did that.
So, okay. So
Yeah.
that really just happened.
That really just
So
happened.
he came out, and then it just says visual effects car fire.
I mean, okay, so I'm pretty sure you could just like buy a visual effects package like they did for Lamageddon and just put it on the car.
All right, well, so now we're back inside the church, and
that
he's
would
just...
like cost you like $500 or $600.
That's amazing.
Like that's it.
That's
so we're back in the
amazing
church.
that... But it's also funny that he was walking, and then there was like an explosion sound, and he fell.
And he like falls backwards and does like the soap opera fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now...
yeah.
Here
So
we go.
We're back in the church, and the pastor from the beginning is talking to his senior pastor. It's about how he's questioning his faith.
It looks like the longer you become a pastor, the bigger your collar gets.
Oh yeah, that looks like tape.
It looks so...
It looks like that.
Like, in every other movie, like, they can grab it right here and then pull it off of their shirt.
Yeah.
That one looks like it's, like, sewn in. It, like, looks like it's elastic, and it's been stretched over their head so long. It's that loose-ass elastic.
Maybe it's like the priest costume from Halloween Adventure.
God. Bloody Bible Camp. So now something happened.
We're in our
We
our
did a
credit
zoom in on his
sequences.
eyes.
Oh yeah.
And now we're on a car.
So they're doing that like 70s like revenge flick.
Kill Bill 2.
Like yeah, this looks like
Opening
Kill
scene.
Bill. Yeah.
Gotta love that sweet, sweet taste of Seagram 7 and 7. Jason can vouch for my 7s and 7s. And now
Maybe
it looks
they-
like, who's that? That looks like that guy from, what is it, Men in Black 2? The younger version of K?
Oh yeah. Like like a lesser Josh Brolin. That's 3 actually.
Yeah.
I believe that's 3.
Just getting to town on these drinks. Nothing's going on. He's still just driving. They have a silhouette of him driving.
For
And
a
he's got
credit sequence, this is a
ball and
lot
ass
of
chain.
driving.
I'm pretty sure this is longer than the freaking Kill Bill 2 driving scene. Still him
It's
driving.
just like different shots of him, like angles of him doing the exact same thing he was doing before.
Remember a long time ago when there was that bat on my door? We should just keep bringing that shit up.
Yeah.
I got made fun of. It was like, it was a little bat. I was like, I don't give a shit. It was still a bat just hanging there. I almost poked it down with like a piece of wood. You know what the fuck I would have done? From like goddamn wasp nest and then poked it down. It's like, wait. And then I turn into a bat?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait. Well,
Oh, all right.
we're
The opening
out-
scene's over now.
We're out in the wilderness.
Oh, this is the beginning of 420 Massacre.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of the wilderness with a backpack full of weed. Oh, wait, that's the pasture.
No, I'll hold the weed. No, I'll
So
hold
it has
the weed.
yayo.
What's up, Dylan?
Yes, shout out to Dylan.
So now, yeah, so we're out in the. He's in his white t-shirt and jeans,
Man, he's in Idaho.
and he's
oh,
in
fuck off.
China. No, he's not in China.
There's no way he's in. Dude, I had those trees in my goddamn front yard when I lived in
I'm pretty
Idaho.
sure it's bamboo in China, right?
Yeah, it's not a.
These aren't bamboo trees.
Dude, I can tell you the exact same name of what that is.
I feel like they're in.
Wait a second.
This movie was made in Australia, so they're in Australia
And now there's some woman running.
with like a.
Looks like she has a
What's the name of that hat?
taekwondo a rice picker hat, I think.
Okay, it's like a rice picker hat, the taekwondo uniform.
I love those hats, though, dude. I've got a couple of them upstairs. And so now China is east.
He's using his internal compass to figure out where he's going.
I'd also like to point out that he drove to China.
He drove to China.
And now this girl was just shot.
So he took like the old Google or the old Apple Maps recommendations,
Right.
Like where it used to be like if you were in America and you wanted to go to China, you would like apparently just drive to the shore and get on a boat. Like,
Yeah, because that would take the shortest amount of time. When we flew to China, it was just a quick 16-hour flight.
yeah.
It's probably just a 12-hour drive.
So he sees this lady with the rice picker hat, and she gets shot in the chest from the back with an arrow.
Yeah, and then, like I said, all of those, they're called Palo Verde trees. So look those up.
And so
And now
he finds this sharp or this round-looking rock,
She gave it to him.
and
It
then he
looks
cuts himself with this non-sharp rock.
Look at that. That's a freaking shark. That's not a shark tooth. A velociraptor tooth. And he
gets
just got infected with velociraptor semen.
So now he wakes up in a room,
Cold sweats.
cold sweats. That's how you know he's been going through things,
Hairy chest.
and not that somebody just walked up with a spray bottle and shot him in the face a few times.
It's a vodka gun. he's at Cabo Wabo.
And here's senior pastor.
Wait a second. So he drove to China, grabbed a velociraptor tooth, stabbed himself in the hand, and then he drove back.
Well, and I guess the senior pastor came to get him and
It's a nice
brought him
senior
back.
pastor. And he didn't give him, unfortunately, you know what it is.
Senior
It's
priest.
ass, gas, or grass.
Nobody
And-
rides for free. I'm going into your wallet because
But the thing is, damn it. So
I will not finish that Catholic priest joke. All right.
your prison wallet.
Well, no. I'm
Dun-dun-dun.
going into your actual wallet because, yeah, I'm not finishing that Catholic priest joke.
But here's the thing. Okay. Everybody knows ninjas are from Japan. So
Yes.
they said they were in China, but there was ninjas chasing that woman and shot her with a bow and arrow.
Yes.
All right. I like it so far.
So now he gets up and he's stumbling around with his messed up hand. I don't know why he's stumbling like there's a stick up his butt. It's very weird.
You ever heard that? Like, I'll punch you so hard your leg will hurt.
Yeah.
Oh my
So then he
God.
runs into what looks like a prostitute
And
with her leopard skin jacket.
she's eating that big old sucker.
Yeah.
Going to town. See, that's she's advertising.
Like he ran
Look at
away.
how her cheekbones are being sucked in and out when she's licking
get-
that lollipop.
We get the 70s pimp.
Who just pimp slapped her so hard that he hit the wall too.
Yeah.
But he like, how do we even explain this? Oh my God. Like he hit her with his backhand, but he put his left hand is one that hit her, but it's pointing towards the ground. So it's an upside down backhand?
Yes.
All right. And then he takes his hat off and he has the wickedest comb over I have ever
I
seen
know.
in my life.
There is so much real estate on top that is just uncovered.
And look, they purposely did it. That man has a fucking full head of hair, but he raised her at the top of his head.
And then kept some strands.
Oh my God. All right. So whatever
And now the
he's
pimp
doing,
is,
he's laughing
like
at her.
mocking her and laughing at her.
And I like how he put his hat on and now it comes back and his hat's off. Amazing. I love this shit so far, man.
We're back to nighttime. Okay, come on.
Nighttime. And then I've
He's-
got my animals here tonight.
So our Velocipastor is now stumbling back into the forest like a drunk man with a stick up his butt.
But he's got to get that Van Damme wife beater like bicep photo.
Well, yeah, and he's got this primal scream, and his body is turning a.
It was a
green
full
color.
moon.
Yeah. Oh, he looks like the Hulk. They're doing the Hulk shot.
It does look like the Hulk, but it also kind of looked like a shitty ass
Well, because they did
Michael
like
Jackson Thriller.
like they painted half of his face and did the one eye.
Boom.
I probably just like muffled my own sound by gesturing like this, and I did it again.
There you go.
Okay.
Uh-oh. And now she's smoking. You know she's a bad girl when she smokes.
We're back to the prostitute. And
Oh my God. Where do they live? And now all of a sudden there's somebody who just comes up nonchalantly. He's like, give me all your money or you die. And you know he's a bad guy because he's wearing the black and white striped shirt and he has the black beanie on him.
It looks like a tracksuit. Look, he looks like a Polish mobster.
Looks like he just got out of like a 1940s jail.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, there's gun firing.
We see this giant dinosaur face and flashing lights.
And we saw the hand look like claws. And her cigarette got kicked out of her mouth.
And now he's covered in blood and still walking, even though it looks like it ate his stomach.
The Velociraptor didn't kill him?
It's very confusing.
Oh, damn. Now the Velociraptor screamed. And where's Chris Pratt when we need him?
Beheads.
Fuck off.
It looks like that's a dummy head.
Fuck off.
That's a dummy head.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
It literally was just a dummy head with no hair, and it rolled past her. Past her. Ha-ha.
Ha-ha.
Zing! And now
we wake up to Velocipastor as a human in his room.
That would be the shittiest way to wake up. That's the shittiest room I've ever seen in my life.
With the tiniest nightstand that looks like it belongs in your grandma's house.
He has 3 gigantic windows inside of that house, and he just has those like sheer blinds.
And here comes the prostitute.
Get some fucking blackout curtains like a man.
Yeah.
Be a man.
Be a man.
3.
Now we're back to the prostitute walks in his room.
I don't trust my 8-year-old son to walk around my house without me accompanying him. He just lets some lady of the night just nonchalantly walk around his house.
And so she says, last night was amazing.
He's like, what are you talking about? And he looks at his wiener.
Like he's like, whoa, wait.
Hey, there you are, big fella.
Did we?
He's so confused. Oh, I see. I like how his chest hair is trimmed now.
Yeah.
That he's saying this can never happen again. This is a one-time thing. Yeah, right. I still like how he has those Hulk eyes.
She's really letting him think that they did it.
I mean, she was the lady of the night. And usually when I wake up butt-ass naked and some random girl walks into my bedroom wearing... Is she wearing her own clothes?
Yeah, she's in her house.
She's in her... So then 100%. You wake up in some random stranger's house butt naked in the bed, and you're just like, oh, we didn't do anything. Okay, I trust you.
Okay, so now he's confused.
Fool me once. What is that?
So she's talking about the time he turned into a dinosaur and ate somebody.
And he really is butt naked.
Yeah.
He's standing up and using her throw pillow to cover his wiener. If they did anything, he didn't shower last night. So he just did the biggest confused, what? And so he's trying to say that he remembers a nightmare. And that it was a lust for flesh. And that she's trying to...
Like, you must have blacked out, so that's okay now?
So is she trying to say that she banged a velociraptor?
No, she's like he killed somebody and ate somebody. Like, that's what they're talking about, but they're trying to make it sexual, I guess.
I mean, it was a Tuesday night. Right? We've all been there. And now he's so confused and scared, like, ooh, what's a mom going to say? He still has no idea what's going on.
Okay, so now we're back in the forest, and he is wearing one of her dresses because
a tight
he had
dress.
no clothes. Yeah, like it's showing all the stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean...
all the goodies.
So my buddy Tony, he was talking about, like, when they do stuff like this, like, they use pieces of bread and they'll put it in underwear so that way you can't see outlines.
Okay.
And so, like, I'm just going to say with this man, you should have gone that route. You know?
Well, I know.
If
What
you're
was it? Sorry,
Kid
go ahead.
Cudi,
Yeah.
you don't need to use bread.
All you
If
need
you're
to do is
opposite,
put a light outline, and you can see everything.
you know, if you're opposite of Kid Cudi, use bread.
Well, no. What was it in? I went to see Fluffy, and he was he was in Magic Mike.
God damn it.
And he was the DJ. He said that in that one, they gave everybody dildos to put under their pants,
There you go.
and basically he did that just so people could look like they were packing.
If you don't got it, don't flaunt it.
I mean,
And
'cause they were
now
playing
this
strippers.
man is arguing with this woman in the middle of a forest while the lower ass cheeks are hanging out.
in a dress.
How you gonna try to act all manly?
I don't want.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't want to wear a dress. I'm a man. I stand up when I pee.
So she's trying to get him to be an avenger, basically, of the oppressed. So he's like a superhero.
Hooker, doctor, lawyer is what she, I think, said. Those three words were together. Hooker, doctor, lawyer. I didn't read what it said, but in no sentence can those three words be together.
Yeah.
I can't be like, hey, what'd you do last night? Oh, I became a hooker, doctor, lawyer. No, that doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there is a doctor for hookers and then you represent them as their lawyer. I'm a hooker, doctor, lawyer.
I mean, you could do,
But there's
doctor,
no commas.
You could do doctor stuff, but like, I don't think you could get paid as a doctor and a lawyer for the same person that you're treating and
Wait.
representing, because that would be a conflict of interest.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden they're not in China anymore.
So we're back in wherever this is, and
Fucking
so
downtown Bronx.
Velocipastor runs past senior pastor because he's got to do confession.
Oh yeah,
He's wearing a dress
technically.
under his suit that now has a white.
I like the way it feels.
The white stripe instead of the tan stripe. So
I
now
like the
pimp.
breeze.
I want to call this guy Jimmy the Pimp. I don't know why.
Dude, his hair is amazing though. I love how he got into character so much
Or if he was like
that.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
Yeah. No, like he almost looks like if like Brett Gelman from Stranger Things
God damn it.
was a pimp in this movie.
I point out, your dad just said that's Tommy Chung.
Yeah.
Tommy Chung.
He does.
But
He
look
looks,
at that.
He does. He looks like
He got into character so much that he clearly can grow a full head of hair.
So-
but he just razored the top
Yeah.
and then let it grow out
and
for
let
a
the
day or
strands,
two.
like go over the top.
Yeah, because look, you have that 5 o'clock shadow on the top of his head.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, no, trust me, fucking, it doesn't grow in. Oh, I trust you to see. So it's the same pimp. I'd like to also point out, I don't think he's taking his confession seriously.
Oh no! It sounds
Because
like
he
he's-
sparked that cigarette.
Well, he's sparking the cigarette, and he told him he stole candy from a baby, and then he threw the baby in the river so the baby couldn't snitch.
And then he blew up an old couple's car.
In front of the church.
So you haven't
So
clicked yet?
the old couple is the parents.
Yeah. And now he's looking like fucking Soda Popinski.
Like it's like eye twitching, like
Eye twitching, his teeth showing. He's like, it looks like he's getting ready to ejaculate.
and he even says that could have been somebody's fucking parents.
And I was like, you murdered my parents. And now he has his lobster fingers coming through, which,
So
which are supposed to be the Velociraptor.
He's only part Velociraptor right now. It's not like a full transformation.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
And so now the pimp is also a hitman. And he's like, tell me who put the hit on my parents. Oh.
So he's slashes the side of his throat.
And instead of just bleeding out, he's able to scream like that.
Yeah, and this is in the church that other people might be in, waiting to confess.
That looked like the pastor was like laying back and using the blood as lube.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucked up. Like, now you need to go fucking confess.
So
He's like, clean up on fucking.
are we gonna just like in this movie? They're just gonna drive by the past that like he just murdered somebody really loudly inside of a church that other people might have been in, and then had to somehow dispose of a body that was inside of a confessional booth.
You don't question a priest, man, or a pastor, whatever this guy is.
It's very confusing.
Like, oh no, you know, if I went in after them, I'd be like, what did he confess? He's like, oh, he confessed to doing this. I'd be like, oh yeah, I for sure didn't do that. Or I'd be like, oh, guess what? I don't need to confess.
So
I was just joking. I've been a perfect angel.
yeah. So now he's telling his prostitute friend about what he just did.
And he's just pacing back and forth. And she still is rocking that same dress that she had on.
Yeah. So
You know her armpits are kicking.
this is the same day, I'm assuming.
But still, like, if you and I hung out and I haven't showered and you're just like, hey, I gotta go. Did he, like, have a schedule to get the pimp's confession?
Well, he had to be there for the confession hours.
Oh, and then I'd be like, okay, so you're leaving. When you're gone, I'm going to shower and wash my armpits and my butt because I was just hoeing all night. And then, you know, and that, you know, like
Yeah.
you schedule those things. It's the same thing. When you have a kid, when that kid goes down for a nap, that's your time to hurry up and shower.
Oh yeah.
If you don't
No.
shower in that kid's, if you don't shower in those openings of
I
those
usually
windows.
do mine right before I let him play room
Nope.
because he wants to play room, and my bathroom just happens to be in the same room
Nope.
as his room. So
You schedule your poops. You schedule your showers. Yeah. And then she's not good at all because if she doesn't shower now, tonight she's going to be extra stank.
gonna be super funk. Mm-hmm. George Clinton up in here.
Do they have Vermunda cheese?
Yeah.
Or is it just men? who have
I
that?
do not know. That's a good question.
That should be a question.
So they've decided they're only going to hurt the bad people. I feel like, okay, so this, I'm just going to say one thing about this.
That you see this movie? It's called Pretty in Pink or
No,
whatever the fuck.
like this whole I only murder the bad people, or I only like
This ain't
hurt,
Boondock Saints.
like it's just morally dumb.
Hold on. Is this based in the 70s? Look at their goddamn outfits.
Oh yeah,
Every single time you look at them, they're like they just came back from the disco.
and even that hair, she's got like the waves, or what is that, crimped?
Crimped.
Like,
But look
like
at that shirt. Like, what
pigtails.
the hell is going on?
Like, I feel like we're in the 70s.
Damn it. And he's
So-
got them short ass shorts.
So we get the thing that all bad movies have, the montage.
You get a montage. I really don't appreciate that he's doing fucking sit ups wearing short ass shorts and his legs are spread as fuck.
Which, when I say bad, I say that lovingly, because I love this movie.
Oh, this movie's still amazing.
Oh, it's very good. So
Who's who in the Bible? And it's a montage of him killing people.
of
And
eating
they all
people.
look like nerds. Oh, there's a montage of the Velocipastor bit that guy. And he's never been happier.
And we've got this like discount like flogging Molly band song. That's what
And
it
look
sounds
how
like.
happy Jesus is.
Oh, and he's
And she
like-
got all of her hoe friends, the prostitutes, to come down.
and she like super like
sluttily.
super sexually opens her mouth to receive communion.
Dude, I'm thinking sluttily is a word. Wait a second.
Oh, so now it's got a shoulder rub, and she acts like
No, he did the whole ooh yawn and put his arm over her.
and she like
Are pastors allowed to
be
hook up?
touching on ladies and stuff. No, like hook up. No,
Oh,
like that's a big no.
all right.
Yeah, that's like for priests. That's a huge no. So now we're back to like the ninja
What the fuck?
clan. What do you want to call these people?
I don't know what they are, but apparently they're ninjas that work in the middle of the day. And there's one guy who has a ninja mask on.
So apparently they're the ninja cartel because he asks him why has the money stopped flowing.
Yeah.
Like they're like some mafia or something.
God damn it! And they're working on like their kicks, and there must be a new guy because he just has a white bandana and then a white bandana to cover his mouth, where everybody else has the actual ninja hoods and masks and everything. And they're working on their front kicks, which apparently ninjas only kick to the balls.
Apparently.
Because those front kicks are the shittiest things I've ever seen.
So these are ninjas that sell coke.
They're called what does it say? The Dragon something?
Yeah.
Dragon Unstoppables? I don't know.
They sound like a rollerblading team.
God damn it. Look at that laugh. Look at his fucking dumbass face laughing like that. He's just like, he's opening his mouth and like forcefully pushing out sound. He's like, ha 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 ha.
He's doing like the evil bad guy laugh.
Look at his face. God damn it. The face angering me. And how come he has, an Asian man Adolf Hitler mustache?
Yeah.
It's really weird.
And
then none of those trees have any leaves at all. So they're not even hiding from people.
I feel like they're at the park, but they don't want to show you the rest of it because then they would be showing you like a bunch of ninjas doing Tai Chi by the tree.
That's probably why that kid was looking around and trying to pretend like he's not laughing. He's like, I'm not with this group.
It's like, I swear this is a movie. So then Senior Priest sees Velocipastor.
Look at how his priest collar thing is like slanted.
I was looking at his frowny
like
face.
It's to the right. And I'm wondering how his glasses got all foggy, like it's the middle of the day. It doesn't look like it's,
Yeah.
The middle of the day doesn't look like it's cold outside.
No.
Because the younger priest is talking to the prostitute who's just wearing those short ass booty shorts,
Yeah. So
what was the senior priest doing that came outside and his glasses were all foggy?
I think it was like, he's like, I wonder where Velocipastor went.
And then he just looks over and they're like, oh, there he is, just hanging out at the goddamn, what's it called, where you put the parking machine.
So he's reading a book called Crime 2. So I guess all of the crimes that could possibly happen are in this book. So this tells him who the bad guys are.
No, me and a couple of my friends, we like to do hood rat things.
With our hood rat friends.
And we write a book. It's a live book. And so, like, if you go to the library right now, it's a journal, actually. I say,
like that's a Reddit post now.
Tomorrow, I'm going to rob a bank.
Oh, okay.
And then in 3 days, I'm going to, kidnap somebody.
He's trying to hide the book behind a smaller book.
Yeah, he's trying to hide, like, a dictionary behind, like, a pocket book.
Yeah, like behind like a paperback version of like a novel.
Hell yeah, man. But because he saw those foggy ass glasses,
it looks almost cartoonish or like something they would do on like a Disney Channel sitcom, like where the three people look around the corner at different heights from each other.
It's like bing, bing, bing. It looks
like that's what that book thing looks like.
Well, I think of those collars, both of them can't take each other seriously.
It's like you have medical tape on your neck.
You have medical tape
on your neck.
We both just both doing some stare into each other's eyes like they're gonna fall in love pretty soon.
And then he opens his mouth super wide and says nothing.
And then he just starts drinking. How much do you think they spend a week on wine at this church that they're at? Because apparently, if you have a bad day,
you can just start partaking of the communal wine.
Yeah, Father, you better get some wine over there right now. I just stubbed my toe.
I mean, it's good because we haven't blessed it yet, so it's okay. We can
Wouldn't
do
you
this.
want to drink it if it was blessed? Would you get double faded? I don't know how blessed wine is.
It's a really good question.
And he's like, the father priest's like, you're just going to go around killing people? Jesus wouldn't want people killed. He's like, I think Jesus wants a lot of people killed. Uh-oh.
Oh, so now he's defending his prostitute friend.
She doesn't have a loose asshole. Shut up. He gets all pissed. God.
It's like, she is a prostitute, but she's one of the good ones.
Yeah, she fucks all those guys, but she loves me. That's exactly. And now he's trying to do he's having a little temper tantrum. God damn it, I love her. I've seen fucking Greer. I've seen Pretty in Pink, or whatever the fuck that movie was.
Oh,
we all know what it is.
The Julia Roberts movie.
Yep.
Richard Gere.
Good enough. And now he's like looking at
Pretty
his rosary.
Woman.
Yeah, that one.
I was trying to think of the song because it's
the
Roy Orbison song. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Sounds like my cup's getting...
Now we're going for a flashback with his parents, the Velocipastor, and they have 8 pieces
Who
of
the hell has bread like that?
Like 8 pieces of like Wonder Bread.
They're not even toasted, but they're eating breakfast.
Yeah.
Because he has 2 just sunny side up eggs on his plate, and that's it.
Yeah, and they're all just like laughing, like they're having a good time.
Like, haha, we think it's so funny that our 48-year-old son lives in our basement.
But okay, so 8 pieces of non-toasted Wonder Bread between 3 people. How much bread do you eat with your breakfast?
If they were from London, they have those bread sandwiches.
That's true.
Those things look really fucked up, and I really want somebody to answer why. Why would you make a bread sandwich? You ever heard of those? A bread sandwich? What it is they take 3 pieces of bread, they toast them, and the middle piece of bread, they butter it and salt and pepper it, and they put that piece of bread between the other 2 pieces of bread, and they eat it.
Ew.
And so you're like, yeah, okay, that sounds like a good fucking sandwich.
That's bread, and bread. Okay, so then they had this conversation in the car, and the father tells him, if you ever find yourself lost in the woods, just follow your heart to find your way back. And then he says, okay, so he's like, go on and get out and go on to priest college. It's like, I don't think that's what it's
Is
called.
that a real college?
That's not what it's called. It's not priest college. I don't think. You want to take a break here?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's pause.
All right. We'll be right back with more Velocipastor.
Refill.
And we're back for the conclusion of Velocipastor.
Oh, yeah. We're already at that halfway mark, man.
We are.
About 3 drinks in.
And this is a short one, too.
Dang it. So we just got to try to get as many drinks in as possible. Especially for this kind of movie. Really. The 10th Street Church of Christ. That's where that prostitute likes to stand right in front of.
No, that's... Oh, what?
That's 100%. The prostitute was just standing right in front of that. The 10th Street Church of Christ. And now they're just going to this big-ass fucking opium den looking ass shit.
Yeah, like, where are they? I'm very confused. Are they inside the place that she was standing in front of?
The fuck? All of a sudden...
And, like, Chris
Angel mindfuck comes out of this... God damn. This seriously looks like my stoner buddy's basement.
Looks
Without
like
the black light on it. It just has those posters that are supposed to look cool when you turn your black light on, but they bought a red light instead.
It's got so much black eyeliner on.
Oh, man. He looks like Chris Angel and fucking Joey Fatone had a kid.
Yeah.
Fucking nerd. But... whatever, man. Oh, he's got his fingernails painted. Do some magic. Right?
Yeah.
He's like, God.
So he's supposed to... like, oh, so apparently the Velocipastor is being possessed or being stalked by a ghost.
Damn, just one more thing to add to your life, man. You're banging a hooker. That's not a good decision. You're a fucking werewolf velociraptor. That's not good. And now you're being haunted.
Yeah.
And look,
like to Father Stewart's.
Yeah, like look at the fucking his face of disgust. Like, you sicken me, you piece of shit. How can you be haunted? Like it's his fault that he's haunted.
So,
oh my
this is
God.
Father Stewart in Nam, apparently,
and he's saying that Andrew sat on his own grenade. I'm guessing that they're hinting that the older pastor is likes the boys.
Yeah,
You know, he fancies himself a bear.
and so he's wearing this blonde wig under his helmet.
And look how shitty that helmet is. That helmet's easily 2 sizes too small for his
It
head.
looks like a dunce cap.
It looks like a goddamn dick hat. It looks like fucking Magic Johnson's condom that he fucking didn't use. And he put it on his head.
So he shows a picture of his girlfriend, and like just getting a quick glance, she doesn't look
I mean, this
amazingly attractive. I don't want to bash on people's looks, but
you know,
like
but he's like, this is what I'm fighting for.
But like like the other guy looks at him like she's a babe. Like this is the
Her
type of
breasts
stuff.
feel like sandbags. Yeah.
Like this is the type of stuff you say if you're like this is your friend.
And so now he's doing. Oh, he just did that really feminine, like wipe your face.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? I like how he's wearing his gold rolly, because that's the first thing I bring when I go to war. Is my gold
that
rolly.
chin strap is like going along the side of his face. How is that comfortable?
Like hella hard.
And on the other side is loose. Like this has to be like a play
God damn
helmet.
it. If fucking Crease was in this war, they'd never last.
Oh no, they're in so much trouble.
I just still like the fact that like that's for sure his like younger sister's helmet.
And
And
so
then
right in front of him,
Oh
of
my
senior
God.
priest,
the
sniper shoots his friend.
Sniper got him.
And, he's still smoking. Like apparently he's still alive because he's smoking his cigarette.
It just shot an Iron Man light through his chest, and he's still smoking. And then it just keeps showing flashbacks of him.
So he writes a letter to Ali, his friend's mom and dad, and it says, "Dear Ali's mom and dad." You don't know their names?
Doesn't matter. But what the rest of it say? It says, "This brings me great regret," and then it says, "This is the biggest regret," and that's it.
So we meet his
What the fuck?
girlfriend, who apparently flew to war to see
She
him,
apparently went to Vietnam to see.
and she gets
She was 3 feet away from
3
him.
feet away, and she gets turns into blood.
I'm guessing she hit that. What the hell is it called? A mine.
I guess, but that's very confusing because even
It
if it's
is.
a mine,
He said another goddamn VC trip mine.
are you made of Kool-Aid? Like,
I mean, he for sure. That's got to have some kind of nightmares.
yeah. So he's got there's this long shot of him staring off into the distance as he's covered in Kool-Aid blood.
That's such a fucked up thing, man.
Like, and you look at this
So close.
picture that does not make her look good.
I mean, it's really weird that she followed him to Nam and then was running. Like, how did she even find him?
Yeah, like how does that work? That is some Deus Ex Machina.
I've had some stalkers in my day, but I can't complain because it was nowhere near like that.
So we're back in Chris Angel's study, I guess his back room with his giant table.
And then again, we got to ask the question: legally, how many candles can you have lit in your house at once?
That are color coded. There's a
I could
green,
have
a yellow, and a
57.
red.
I just got my fucking HOA approved me to have 106.
Yeah.
As long as it's within a fucking 100 square foot radius.
I was going to go to 107, but they take pictures inside your windows.
That's who this fucking nerd looks like. You know who he's pretending to act like right now?
Is he supposed to be Doctor Strange?
No, I'm talking about the Velocipastor.
Oh, Velocipastor. Okay.
He's supposed to be fucking Bruce Willis Die Hard.
So, okay, I love the part, like, he's asking all of these, like Velocipastor's asking all these asinine questions and, like trolling him, and he's like, okay, this is completely normal. Is there anything else? Like, he's like, it's like the politest, like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to do my magic thing.
My mom is pretty funny when it comes to having manners. She'll say something like, "Oh, I got it. Thank you, though. Thank you. I got it. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. I got it."
Like, I back up.
Yeah. So then, the guy's still looking like Die Hard, and then Chris Angel.
Yeah, he's going for like full Bruce Willis.
Everybody's going. Everybody's making the same movements. It's like
the rocking.
They're giving each other hand jobs under the table, which is really weird.
Like triple Dutch rudder.
Ooh,
that's a killer.
Triple rudder.
Like, that's a lot of an arm workout for senior father.
It is.
Because he's really far away.
He's playing footsies. What the hell?
And now we cut to Velocipastor.
He's tied up under the... if I ever change into a werewolf, and
he's turning into his Velocipastor hands.
It was really messed up. If I ever change into a werewolf, like, what part do you think should change first? Clearly, this guy's teeth changed first,
and then his
left arm,
and then his left arm.
Oh, his left hand and his right hand.
Is he gonna do the Thriller dance now?
What the hell? It looks like he bought. Okay, so only his hands have mutated and his teeth have gotten chopped down into small pieces. Did he must have killed the priest, the head guy.
Yeah.
Because he did something and then there was a string coming from the body.
And so the guy says, like, the hounds of hell are truly loose. What have I done?
And so then he's just sitting there laughing.
Yeah.
Joey Mind Freak. Joey Fatone.
That's a good one. So
and now his hands are back normal. What the fuck?
And Velocipastor's back in the woods of China, apparently. I don't know how
where the hell do these people live?
Getting from China to...
so quickly.
I'm very lost.
And now there's ninjas that are right here just staring them down. And they bring out like a whiteboard.
Let me write this down for you.
I think he's like, okay, you go here. Okay, and then you go here. Guard him here. Come in here for the shot.
So they're drawing up a play?
Yeah.
All right. On break.
And now one of the ninjas is remembering the prettiest girl he's ever seen was the woman that he shot in through the fucking
I feel
back.
like they're doing that just because this guy's about to die.
Or maybe we have to tie it together.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, the last Velociraptor I killed should turn out to be my baby mama or some bullshit.
So then we get this like shot where like everybody they close up on everybody's face and their face turns red. And then
because
then you see the Velociraptor head.
Because it's a montage.
Yeah, it's like a mini montage.
Yeah, they're just going. And everybody's about to be murdered by the Velocipastor because they're freaking out. Dude, you know how freaked out I'd be if all of a sudden I'm watching you and all of a sudden you're just like, oh, and you turn into a Velociraptor?
And we see the girlfriend of the guy, or the love interest of the guy, that one of the ninjas.
It's probably him. Shot her with an arrow. And now we're at the... What the fuck?
And so now Velocipastor is back in the prostitute's house.
Yeah, we're at the prostitute's house.
Covered in newspapers.
I will give you $1 million if you can go through my house right now and find one newspaper.
Yeah, I was like, how does she have so much newspaper? That's more than one newspaper.
And he's just using it he was at the bottom of her bed in the fetal position, sitting up.
Yeah.
And then covered in newspapers.
It's an odd choice.
There's a bed right there.
Yeah, just get in the bed.
Exactly.
Maybe he was like trying to be considerate and like, I'm covered in blood. Maybe I shouldn't be in your bed.
He's not covered in blood. He's like, I was attacked. And look, he has a tiny little scratch on his left rib. And that's the only mark he has.
There's like a little mark on his forehead too.
I think that's just sweat.
I think it's sweat.
And she's like, nothing turns me on more than a tiny little scratch and some forehead sweat.
After you murdered somebody as a dinosaur. It's a very oddly specific.
Then she started honking his pecs. She's like, boobies. Ew, what the hell? Wait a second. And so...
Oh, now she's going to pull her hair down.
But look at this. Like, they were already laying down in bed, and so now we're back standing up, and they're slowly getting undressed.
In, like, the least sexy way possible.
That's what I do.
Like,
when usually me and my wife are about to get it on, we hurry and make out and lay down on bed. And then I'm like, okay, stand up. And then you stand over on that side of the room. And I'll stand over on this side of the room.
And we're going to put different lights on each other.
And we'll just look really weird at each other.
And slowly take off our clothes.
Yeah. That's how you do it, right?
That's exactly.
Exactly. Then this. Yeah. That's why Sting can last for 17 hours. He's like, but as soon as you physically touch them, premature. Okay, so finally, oh my God. Finally, they are, in bed, but it's dark and there's nothing. The reason why I'm saying, oh my God, so my cat is just running around and she just gets into so much shit, knocking Legos off of tables and everything. This cat, what a weirdo. But now we're doing back to
the montage. This is a sex montage.
Is it a sex montage? I thought I was about to have a epileptic seizure.
But there's a lot of colors here. It's like he's supposed to be green and she's supposed to be red, but then when they're together, they're either red or purple.
But then look, now there's all of a sudden a picture where it's just the regular camera.
And we get this like
and look, they're still
shot.
apart. They're still apart from the room. I don't get it. And now there's a picture of a fucking statue from the goddamn Vietnam.
And then him reading the Bible to her.
Oh, all right. Well.
And then her sexily eating the bottom of an ice cream cone.
His hairy ass nipples. All right. Thank God that sex scene's over.
This is a very confusing sex scene.
Hopefully.
I'm very lost.
And now we're back into the
I know
park.
they're having sex, but like the intention of all the shots.
I think, just kidding.
We were in the park.
You piece of shit cat. How many times she kicked this shit off my stuff? Now we're having a bunch of it's like they're playing the movie in fast forward from the beginning.
What the? This is very.
It's just going. It's like we need time to fill stuff. Like, how about you ever seen the show Ridiculousness?
Yeah.
Where there's like, okay, at the end of the show, we like to play every single video in fast forward.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they did. They played the entire movie in fast forward right now to get up to this one spot.
Yeah, then we get back to them cuddling, and now they're awake. And we get this ridiculously long shot of people in bed. Like this is moving slow, really slow shot. And he's in his tidy whities.
God.
Like full he's got a hungry butt.
His butt is hungry.
That's a hungry butt. Like it loves tidy whities.
Oh, well, remember what year this was. What?
And the ninjas come in their room.
Thankfully.
Like through the open windows.
I'm pretty sure
all the open windows.
Did they or did they break through them?
No, they did not break. There's no breaking. No glass comes in. Literally.
I like how the boy and the girl are just in their underwear.
Yeah.
And they're both know martial arts, thankfully.
Apparently she knows martial arts now. Oh, and so then they start making out again.
Once again, nothing turns me on more than just fighting to the death and then making out with somebody.
Which those have to be really shitty ninjas because they jumped through open windows, had the advantage, and couldn't capitalize on the advantage and lost in 3 seconds.
Exactly. Right? Hurry up and attack them before breakfast. Fucking
In broad
IHOP.
daylight.
IHOP has their fucking. It's only good till 6 a.m.
I want my early bird breakfast.
Ooh, and one of the ninjas
Has
has a
cross.
rosary. What
And
the
we're
fuck
back
happened to
to-
this? Oh, okay, that's what happened.
Oh, he lost his eye. Okay.
Because the Velociraptor
Apparently, you wear your eye patch over your
over
glasses.
your glasses.
That makes so much
See?
sense.
And now the old. God damn it, the eye patch over the glasses is a fucking amazing. So
The level of I don't care detail in this is amazing. I love it.
we don't give a shit. So now
Put it in the movie. It'll work.
I like that the ninja headquarters is literally like in a Billy Madison like marine tent
Yeah.
or military tent, I mean.
Back to school. Back to school.
Look at this shit. They're in a tent in the middle of the park. And
They're obviously in the park. Like they had to have filmed a ton of this in the park because they're like, we don't want to actually get permits for anything.
yeah, but it's also pretty hilarious that he's like, I'm not going to do it unless I have my fucking sword set.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, damn it, Carl. Well, put your sword set in your tent. Fucking do the shot now. Well, now I want a fucking rocking chair. And then look, I like how he has a pile of sticks for his goddamn fire.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't need a fire.
He's the head of Saint Artemius.
Warriors fighting. This
Like, oh, now we're punching.
this is
Like-
just the
Like, well,
This
apparently,
is-
this is like the rape defense.
this is the village. This is the town from the village.
Yeah, like I'm just looking at like the level of like learning martial arts they're doing here. Like this is like the rape defense ninja
They're
clan,
like, don't touch me.
like punching and ball kicking.
They're like, if this doesn't work, then you blow your whistle. Oh, that kid
Rape
still
whistle.
hasn't.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, he's okay. So now the master ninja is saying that the drug that he has is 4 times addictive as cocaine. And so it really pissed off the other guy that had the white bandana and the white mask because he took it down and said, disrespect him. Like, shut up. You look like freaking Nick Carter's brother.
Yeah.
Whoever that. Yeah.
Oh, Aaron Carter.
Yeah, that's who it is. And so now I like
He's going
how
to
it's
tell us
still,
about his OnlyFans in a little bit.
I like how it's modern day, but he has like that old school scroll map.
Yes,
This is the scroll of New York.
because that's how ancient this story is. That we have to keep it on a scroll map.
And then he took that old school like quill pen and stabbed him right in the belly.
And back to more maniacal laughing.
Oh, it was an arrow,
An arrow.
a hollow point arrow. And
Wouldn't it
now
have been like cooler to shoot the arrow than like stab somebody with an arrow?
oh no.
And the
And
map
now
is burning.
all of the map that had the X's of the hot spots to apparently sell 4 times addictive cocaine to are burnt.
Yeah.
These are where the QAnon hang out, he says. Yeah. And
This
that's
is
what it is.
Patriot
Says
Street
that's where the
Fighter's
hideout
house.
is. What the fuck? So now the Velocipastor is coming off of his fucking acid trip.
But apparently he doesn't bother to bandage his wound. He just puts a shirt over it.
That's the same shirt. He put a leather jacket on.
But no, like the shirt's going to stick to your wound. What the hell, man?
It's leather.
Ew. Okay. So
It's
now,
going to smell. You know how sweaty that wound is going to get? That's just going to be infected by noon.
oh yeah.
because
I mean,
ninjas only wake up early in the morning to attack.
gonna be
Right
hard
at
like wood.
sunrise.
Yeah.
When the sun rises, they attack.
Gonna have green discharge and be hard like wood.
Thank goodness for roosters. Roosters, a ninja's only weakness.
No, he's like she's wearing her hair drawn back and like a nice dress, and he's wearing.
And he
his
left
leather
his
jacket.
rosary cross behind
He's not a pastor anymore because he had sex
with a woman. I like how there's a thing on the lens at the bottom.
Yeah, it depends on the order.
Gross.
Yeah.
This girl's wearing a triple deep V, one bodysuit with no bra. Also, no
And her
tits.
cheetah skirt or cheetah jacket.
Oh, look, she has a throwing knife as her hair thing.
Oh, so she's gonna do
I
that
guarantee that's what's gonna happen.
That's in all the movies.
Yeah. God damn it! Why is she wearing that leotard? Anthony, if I was like, Anthony, help! I'm gonna get jumped.
Oh, we get a flashback of the other guy that works for the evil bad guy.
God damn it! I'd be a bad guy too if you. That's a 5-seater car, but they make him sit in the trunk.
Yeah.
So the other guy with the 2 white bandanas is the Velocipastor's brother. And so now they're both going to fight, and he's going to finger his brother.
So he said, "You're not the only one who answered the call of God." So basically, he's saying he murdered his parents because it was God's will. It's weird logic. It's painfully weird logic.
I also just don't get, like, you haven't seen each other since mom and dad?
Oh, so that's his brother.
That's what I just said. How
Okay.
fucking nerdy. He was in the back seat, like he was in the trunk. If I'd be like, hey, mom, dad, can I sit, behind dad in the driver's seat? No, you bitch. You're sleeping, you're getting in the trunk.
It's another fighting in the park.
Oh, man.
So now we're
God
doing
damn it.
some high impact Tai Chi by the tree.
And so she takes off her leopard print jacket and kicks it to somebody's face. I don't think I'm gonna,
He looks like he's like auditioning for Grease.
And it looks like she's auditioning to never give a man a boner ever again.
Well, because that thing flattens her boobs out.
It's a deep V and a deep back. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And it's like, it's such a weird outfit.
It is. It's an odd choice. But she's
It's like somebody made a mistake. Somebody made a mistake when they made it. Uh-oh, and now he has the fucking, by the power of Grayskull sword.
Well, yeah, this is like your $35,000 budget.
He spent
Power of
$25,000 on the sword.
I think so. That would explain a lot.
And then he just stabbed his brother in the ankle, but now the brother's somehow laying down and being stabbed in the stomach.
with like
His
tomato
blood's
juice
still
blood.
coming out. His brother
It's like V8 blood.
is the biggest pussy in the world. And I like how the girl in the background is just standing there in fighting stance in her shitty ass leotard.
Yeah. I was okay.
Oh, okay. Now we're fighting.
But the thing's out of her hair.
Yeah, right. But it's
And we got the black guy ninja left
all of a sudden.
who calls out. Who is this?
I'm gonna say that that's the old pastor, even though he's not wearing a what do you call it?
He
Eye
looks
patch.
too young to be him.
He's wearing a mask though. Oh, he did the cool thing.
Oh, he's trying to be cool and like take off.
And all the other ninjas are like tapping on the back, like, "Yeah, you're cool, dude." Wait a sec. What the fuck? Hold the phone.
So how is he just watching as like the dude comes up and like slashes his girlfriend in the chest?
He wasn't watching. She was watching. She literally watched this guy come out of a tent, give all of his buddies high fives and all this other shit. He walked right up to her, and he's like, "I'm going to swing this sword at you." And she says, "No, you won't." And he's like, "I'm going to swing it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then he sliced her across her
Yeah.
itty bitty titties.
Like I warned you. I warned you I was going to do it. It's not murder if I warn you.
I mean, yeah. And so then she fell down, And then he was too busy stabbing his brother in the belly. And so now she's in his arms. Like, this is the longest death scene.
I know. Like, there's so much like gloppy blood.
So much coming out of her mouth. Coming out of her mouth and
like
across her
lot.
chest. Like,
it's like bleh, bleh, bleh.
but I mean, also at the same time, like, put some super glue in your wound and then it'd probably be healed up. It doesn't even look like it's bad enough to actually need like inner stitches. It's maybe outside stitches.
An actual flesh wound, not what Monty Python would call a flesh wound.
Exactly. Oh, and then she died. Womp, womp, womp. And her name was Carol.
Carol.
Which is almost close enough to Carl. Which is a bitch. And then he's hugging her. And then all the ninjas are sad.
Like, they're sad for him?
Yeah, they're like, oh, the girl died.
Yeah.
And then he kisses her. I'm pretty sure that that's non-consent. And technically, is that necrophilia? I mean...
Well, that's sex with dead people.
He mouth-sexed her. Mouth-to-mouth sex is what he just did. And so now he's really mad, looking like Van Damme.
So he's about to go Velocipastor, right?
Looking real smug.
Like, that's where they're leading here. Like, I'm just going to try to read the story.
I hope not. I hope he just whoops their ass as the greaser he's trying to look like. And then John Travolta's going to come out with that flying car.
Trying to look like Danny Zuko.
Race me over the edge. And then we might as well just throw in fucking over the top. You know, turn his hat backwards and he's going to arm wrestle all those ninjas to death. And they're all just hilarious. Still sitting there. They're looking like line. Oh, one watch even.
And okay, now we get to see a full shot of the actual Velocipastor as a dinosaur.
The Velocipastor has MS.
It does. It looks like it has a weird back.
It's like, obviously the hunchback of velociraptors.
It looks like the redheaded stepchild of all of dinosaurs. Like, they're like,
right. He's like, it looks like the dad. Like, at any moment now, he's gonna be like, I'm tired when he says not the baby.
Yeah,
and he's gonna get so pissed. But this Velociraptor, it looks like a midget ass Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It does. Like,
that's not a Velociraptor
it's
at
a pretty
all.
Crappy costume.
That's hilarious, dude. That's fucking amazing. Right? He has the best of both worlds. Yeah, look, that is what. And so somebody just tried to give the Stone Cold Stunner to a dinosaur.
Yeah, like, that's a ninja move.
I think they teach you that.
And do they teach you that in ninja school? They teach you like the Stone Cold Stunner.
They do. The first day they're like, watch this, and you're just like, but he's just taking cans of beer and smashing them on his head. Oh no! And now the other guy
shoots him in the leg.
Oh, with a bow.
And he turns back into a normal person.
And he just is laughing, huh? Ha, ha, ha.
They did like a weird cut that made him like human and dinosaur, human and dinosaur, human and dinosaur.
Because, you know, like when you're a werewolf and you die, you don't die as a werewolf. Dwight told us that.
Oh.
He's like, my neighbor, he had werewolves. And by the time I shot and killed him, he had transformed back into a normal-sized dog. And you're like,
Or it just could have been a dog.
Nope. And that's my dog chugging away. He's like, by the time I killed him, he had already transformed back. Like, shut the hell up.
So it's called the Dragon Stone.
Dragon Stone, not whatever the fuck I called it earlier. Dragon Dance. All right, so are you kidding me?
Like,
you take one shot to the leg.
Another leg, you can get up.
You killed 15 people. Your adrenaline isn't gonna fucking kick in enough to help you not feel pain?
Yeah, like even if your adrenaline hasn't kicked in, you could still get up and walk on your other leg.
I would break that off, pull it through, then use him, and I'd stab it right in his Mongolian Adolf mustache.
I asked him, do you have any last words?
Only six. Only half a dozen. Oh,
And he
my God.
has dinosaur hands, and you see a doll head.
Oh, yeah. Only his hands haven't changed back, and blood's still squirting.
Directly into his
Fountaining.
arm.
He's still screaming. So he grabbed a doll head. That's amazing.
How did they get like a Chinese mannequin face?
That is amazing. He's still screaming too. He had enough time to put it down. Only through the elimination of violence will we finally be able to achieve world peace. That's amazing.
But this is an entire movie about violence.
It's amazing. He's still screaming with that doll's head after he chopped it off. All right.
Wow.
That's amazing. Hold on, it hasn't ended yet. There could be a something going on.
So we're just
No, see? It looks like it's the ending. Oh, and then he makes a face like, "Wait a second. I remember." And he's like, "Oh." He literally says, "Oh, Carol."
and that now he can hobble on his leg.
Now he remembers that Carol just had a tiny flesh wound across her chest.
And we were just being massively overdramatic for no reason.
She's just going to have like a mild scar. What the fuck?
And apparently this doctor has
He's just a comedian, huh?
like like a comically overly sized like bell from a blood pressure cuff on his head.
I mean, isn't that like what the fuck is that?
That's like 1940s.
Yeah, and it's like around it, and it's covering his eyes. And so there's all these action figures, and like the doctor
It's like, oh,
goes to an ashtray and picks up a random person's cigarette butt and starts smoking it.
yeah. So you gonna want to go see her? It's like, yeah.
And he's just laying back like he just gave her a tits implant.
It's like, I saved lives.
He's like, "This is what I do for a living."
I'm amazing. And so he sees
Oh,
her.
she's perfectly fine. She's just sitting up. It's just, like we said, a flesh wound.
And apparently they
Oh, God, I hope she's pregnant with a fucking velociraptor.
They have this badly laid out medical room that if you have to move the light to get to the other side of the room.
Please be pregnant. Please be pregnant. And she's calling him in to whisper something to him. Oh, fuck yeah. I just read her. Oh, I thought it said I'm pregnant.
I'm fine. Oh,
she
just
says,
in case you missed it.
She's fine. And then big, huge yellow letters says she's fine. Fine isn't okay, not fine isn't attractive. Ha 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 ha.
She pulls
Zinger.
her hairs down.
And now she's wearing
Like a dress.
not a woman of the night dress.
Like a normal girlfriend dress.
Yeah, he's still rocking that leather jacket. Now where do you want to go? China, Europe, all over the world.
It's like, but you've been to China.
You can't fucking drive to China or Europe.
Yeah, in a car.
You can't drive to, well, technically those other continents that you need to either fly or take a boat to. God damn it. Oh, let's go to Europe, baby.
It says there's a $1 billion bounty on your head. His name is Doug Jones. It's like the most like
$1 billion.
like it's the most normal name ever.
And now they're giving each other a big old wet kiss right on his Chevelle. Wearing them. Yeah, it's too bad that Velocipastor has one.
Yeah.
With his hungry ass still eating them jean wedgies.
Those
that was
tiny
the end of the
whiteys.
movie.
Nom nom nom. Mm-hmm. All right.
You know he has so many fucking Hershey streaks in them. I'm pretty sure that's why they quit making tidy whiteys.
Yeah.
But all right, well that was the end of it. So
yeah, that's it.
let's go top these drinks off,
And we'll
let's
be back.
Get this shit.
Yeah, with final thoughts.
Hell yeah.
So we're back with final thoughts on Velocipastor.
I don't say this often, but for sure they needed more ninjas.
Yes. It was like the 6 ninjas that decided to go to this ninja school. This is like if what's his name? George Dillman decided to open like a pressure point academy.
It just doesn't make any sense of, like, hey, I work graveyard, but I want to be a ninja. Well, fuck, dude. Good thing you came to me because we have a ninja that's only 9 to 5.
We're daytime ninjas.
We're only around when the sun is up and everybody can see you. That's the best time. Like,
so it makes it super obvious that you're there.
Right? You're walking around with a goddamn ninja uniform on. Right? You're saying, hey, can I get like 15 on pump 1? It's like, what? What the fuck? Why are you wearing the ninja costume? No.
It's like, I'm a ninja. I'm a daytime ninja.
Yeah. Like, well, I'm sorry, sir. I can't sell you this alcohol because you're literally wearing a fucking mask. Like, you can't buy beer. Damn it. We have this cocaine that's 4 times more addictive
than regular cocaine.
And now I can't bring beer back? Yeah. No, I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was good.
It was really good. Like, it leans into everything that it's not.
Shit got real, man.
It did.
We need to know where they were so we can just drive to China real quick and then come right back for dinner.
I feel like this movie was made in Australia and the entire movie was filmed in Australia. That's what I think.
I'm pretty sure that you can't drive from Australia to China.
I'm pretty sure they went to like the woods by their park.
But what I'm saying, like, it wouldn't. Well, if that map wouldn't have been burnt up, we probably could have find out where they were.
Yeah, that's true.
But the goddamn map got burnt. See what happens, kids, when you fuck around with ninjas in the daytime and with maps and. Fucking
that are still on scrolls in 2020 or 2017.
God damn it.
I was about to say 2022, but this was made like 5 years ago. So.
Right? If I was like, hey, how do I get to this fucking place? And you bring out like a scroll and it goes down, it looks like old flesh. I'm like, all right, well, I don't ever need to talk to you again.
It's literally a skin book.
Yeah. This is. Oh, God, that's so tasty.
It is. It's just delicious. But yeah, I did like this movie is there's really no discussion on the technical nature of this movie.
I think it's pretty funny.
But it's funny. It's very funny. Like, I had fun with this one.
Hell yeah.
Like, they intentionally leave in the parts that don't make sense. Just
that's
because.
What we should do when we do our editing of our podcast.
I've been doing that a little bit.
Leave in the shit that there's like, why would you say something like that? If we start talking about, like, before our show, like we have those drinks before our show, and then we're just like, oh yeah, this asshole. Hold on, let me get this in. Welcome to Paraded B-Rated. And you're just like, leave in that, hey, this asshole, because like that's how you start your show out, huh?
Yeah.
Just the beginning of it.
Yeah, it's a good way to go.
Dick lips, something.
Yeah.
Damn. But I think it was good.
Yeah, it was a good, fun man. One. I think we should mention our idea for the other show, just so we can.
Oh, you want to start talking about that one?
I think it's worth to start talking about it.
All right,
so
let's start talking about it, man.
Yeah. So our we haven't named it yet.
I thought we kind of did.
Not mention
that. All right. Let's not mention the name yet.
But it's a show, like a podcast on basically we make up history about about an event that could be real, could not be real, could involve real people, could not involve real people at all. Like, basically, we want to work with like things that are brought up by our audience for us to talk about, and then we will create a history around it. While drinking,
yes.
Which we also need people to comment about things they would like us to talk about.
Yeah. So basically, what this is I always tell 100% accurate stories around my family. And then my family's like, oh, that didn't happen. I was like, dude, whatever. And so I tell accurate stories of my family, and they want to call me out and say that stuff didn't happen. So then Jessica, she's like, you should make another podcast and tell these stories. And so I was like, fine, I will. And so keep an ear out. We're going to make another podcast where I tell correct stories, but don't ever use them for references.
Yeah, like if you were writing a history paper, this is probably not a great reference.
Yeah. But I like to point out that no, my stories are accurate. Jessica and my brothers and sisters, they're just like, that didn't happen. I was like, oh my God, it 100% did. And so then they're just like, okay, well then why don't you start telling this and tell this story. And so I can think, on my feet.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's where
it's going to be a good experiment.
It'll be a funny podcast.
Yeah.
This podcast that we do, we watch the movies and we talk about those, but I think the other podcasts that we're going to be getting into, we'll be telling, I think it won't be as long as movies.
No.
We'll still have as many drinks, but within a very, very short time. And then we'll tell history.
Yeah.
And it would be pretty funny if somebody did write a paper on it. And they're just like, yep, I failed. Thanks, ass faces.
Because George Washington did not know Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Abraham Lincoln did not chop down the cherry tree. Like, yeah, he did. He must have done it at least once or twice,
So many cherry trees.
Yeah. You're telling me that he never did it once. Yeah, right.
So that's our new concept. I don't want to release the name because it hasn't been.
Jessica said that when we do find a name, that she will make us a logo.
Okay.
Ooh, and speaking of logo, our new poster.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We need to give a shout out to the guy who created the logo.
To my buddy. Hold on. I guess got to make sure that I get his...
which I also need to know the name so I can put it in
his name
the episode
on it. And I'll probably butcher his name. Like I was telling him about, I was like, dude, do you want me to tell people like your real name? Or do you want me to tell people like your Instagram handle? So that way they can, schedule. So our buddy, he's a tattoo artist. And his Instagram handle is... Oh my God. Why is it not pulling up? Give me 1 second. But it is Della Cernak's Tattoos. Della Cernak's Tattoos. DELASERNAX Tattoos.
I'll put it in the show notes.
But yeah, I asked him, I was like, you want to give him your real name or your Instagram handle? He's like, my Instagram handle. So I gave him shout outs on our Instagram page.
All right.
But now we're giving him a verbal shout out. But yeah.
It's going to go in the show notes every week now.
Hilarious ass poster, dude. Awesome job.
Yes, he did a great job on the poster.
Yeah. So with that, man.
Which I asked Betty about it, and Betty was like, it's funny, but like, is there like a story behind it that attaches it to the podcast? And it was like, well, like we had this concept for it, but like...
No, and now there's the two people, there's the guest, and then we're going to be the greatest.
Yeah. The goat.
Yeah. We're the goat of these podcasts.
The goat of B movies. Everybody else can do shit like Ghost Ship and all that, but like we'll stick to B.
Yeah. Fucking Arabian Nights.
Or what was it? The last one they did was Prince of Egypt.
Yeah. You know how I know they're virgins? So anyways, Yeah. Good movie tonight. I'm glad that we did this episode.
Yeah.
What the hell? I think my cat's attacking. What are you doing, cat? What a weird ass animal. Man, still not as bad as Chandler.
No.
So, all right.
All right.
We'll end it there.
Yeah,
and
all right. See you in the next one.
You know it. All right. Peace, everybody.
Later.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. We are available on Apple, Google, Stitcher, and Spotify. Give us a like and subscribe if you like what you're hearing.